Back again today with, unfortunately, more Broncos injury news, as Randy Gregory is expected to be sidelined for multiple weeks following a torn meniscus. He will be getting surgery on his right knee, and it sucks. There is no spin zone, right? There is no rah-rah speech coming right now. The Broncos, unfortunately, have been absolutely plagued by injuries for quite some time now, all right? Courtland Sutton in 2020, Hamler last year, and now Williams and Gregory both going down with knee injuries in the same game. And unfortunately, Williams going to miss the rest of the year and some more. And Gregory, he's going to miss some time, right? Adam Schefter put it between 2 to 6 weeks. These injuries are always a big question mark in terms of meniscus because it really depends on how the knee responds post-surgery here. In case you're wondering, here's what the Broncos' next 8 games look like. So you could see Randy Gregory return maybe as soon as week 7 against the Jets. Or it could be all the way until week 10, 11, 12. Wouldn't be shocked if the Broncos go, we got the bye at week 9. It's a short week this week, so obviously he's out for the Colts and the Chargers game. Jets will be tough. Jaguars all the way in London, might be pushing it, especially going across the pond. We get a bye. Maybe we shoot for the Titans game in week 10. That would give him 5 weeks to rest up and hopefully recover. But these injuries continue to pile on for the Broncos. And we'll look at the full injury report of some of the notable names on there. But before we do, let's show Randy Gregory some love. One more time today, span the jersey number. Now it is 5 for Randy Gregory. Let him know, hey, Broncos country is going to stand by their players, and they are going to root them on until they can come back on the field. So I want to see 5,000 fives down in the comment section below. Let him know you're not giving up on him. It's unfortunate because this is a player that has never been able to play an entire season. He had a fantastic start to this year, and for now, it is temporarily on hold. Like I said, Randy Gregory has had a very strong start to the season. 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. He has been, in my opinion, the best player on this Broncos defense outside of Patrick Surtain, and maybe even Josie Jewell the last 2 weeks. Jewell has been a stud. But looking at the numbers here, 2022 stats for the Broncos. On the left is all of Randy Gregory's numbers. On the right is everyone else on this Broncos defense, right? And you can see Randy Gregory, he does a lot for this team. He's got a third of their QB hits, third of their forced fumbles, 2 sacks, whole team altogether, 11. Randy Gregory is going to be a big loss for this team, which is why it's going to be up to the rest of this depth chart to step up in his spot. Bradley Chubb, you're going to have to come play, dude. You're going to have to come and play the best football since your rookie season. And Chubb's had a good start to the year, don't get me wrong, but now he's going to have to go Terminator mode. Nick Bonito, the rookie who has been somewhat redshirted this year, he's going to have to be fast-tracked and moved along. Baron Browning, he's had some great moments. We're going to need more from him. I think Randy Gregory's spot is going to be filled in by a committee. I don't think you're just going to see Baron Browning or Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonito, Aaron Patrick, right? I think you're going to see a bit of a rotation of those guys. And so for the Broncos, it is all about trying to, I wouldn't say replace Randy Gregory, but they are going to try and go full-on Moneyball mode and say, well, we're not going to find anyone who's going to give us those numbers, but what if we add Nick Bonito and Baron Browning stats, right? What if we somehow combine them and get the aggregate, and all of a sudden we're Brad Pitt and we are Moneyball here? Because that is my best solution to try and replace Randy Gregory, who has been the best down lineman and best linebacker for this team so far. Now, we're going to get to more stats in just a second and kind of give you guys some more analysis on what this injury means for the Broncos and more impact. But if you are looking for a Broncos YouTube channel that gives you not one, but 2 videos a day when breaking injury news happens, good or bad, we're going to keep you covered, which is why you got to subscribe. If you have not subscribed already, please go ahead and do so. And hey, for all nearly 10,000 of you that have already subscribed, really appreciate the support you show us here at Chat Sports. Like I said, this Broncos team, this is no new information, has faced a lot of very, very tough injuries. Javonte Williams, Tim Patrick, Greg Dulcich. We're talking about three guys who are serious contributors on offense. Maybe not so much for Dulcich, but you get the point. Billy Turner, the team's starting right tackle, we were told, I don't even know if he'll ever play a snap this year. I've gone that pessimistic on it. Tom Compton was supposed to be the swing offensive lineman. Who knows when we'll see him. Randy Gregory now is going to miss a handful of weeks. Michael Ojemudia, some nice depth at corner. We might see him as soon as week 5 as his and Dulcich 4-week IR will conclude, hopefully after this Colts game. Justin Simmons, well, actually it already concluded, so it could be as soon as this Colts game. I'm so rattled right now with all these injuries. And then Simmons, just the cherry on top of what's one more injury, right? Caden Stearns has been good in this spot. He hasn't been bad, but Justin Simmons is better. So the injury list goes on. There's more names, too. It's not just those 8. Quinn Miners, right? We don't have a big enough screen to fill up all the injuries the Broncos have suffered so far this year, which is going to be interesting in evaluating Hackett early on, because he's going to have a pretty good finger to point to when he says, I don't know why you're mad at me. I took over a team that in the first couple of weeks of the season lost its wide receiver 2, its right tackle, its right guard, its starting safety, the best player on my defense, the next best-ish player, the Randy Gregory, or, third best if you want to go Surtain second. Oh, how could I forget? Barely had KJ Hamler and a couple other names I can't even remember right now, right? There's that many injuries for this Broncos team. So I wish I had more optimism. I wouldn't say optimism. I wish I had more pep in my step right now. But it's a long season. This is football. Injuries happen to all 32 NFL teams. The Broncos are not the only team dealing with injuries. They're going to get ready for a Colts team that's really banged up themselves. No Shaq Leonard, most likely. He has a concussion. Jonathan Taylor is a question mark. He's coming off an injury from Sunday. So everyone's got injuries right now. It's going to be up to this Broncos team to step up, next man up mentality, and play through and power through. And we're going to really learn a lot about Hackett and Wilson and this entire team as they're going to go through some tough weeks here without some key contributors in Gregory and Williams and Simmons still. But we're going to find out what the DNA of this team is really made up of. That's going to do it for us on today's show. Appreciate everyone for tuning in, making us a part of your day. Signing off. We'll see you guys later with more Broncos news and rumors.